Hi guys, this is Lewis doing a quick video forecast based on the 12.0 output. As you can see on your screen now, you've got the NMM model on the 12.0 run for today. On the left hand side you've got the 850 temp and sea level pressure chart, and on the right hand side you've got your precipitation rate, which is millimetres per hour. As you can see now, at 3 o'clock this afternoon, we're starting to get some warmer upper 850s come from the south in the form of a plume. And as I just flick through throughout the course of the early evening and overnight tonight, you can see how the upper 850s become gradually warmer, and we've got values around 13 to 14 and 15, and then 17's approaching southern parts of the UK, just from the channel from northern France. Now we've got a bit of a messy situation. I'll say messy because we've got a cold front that's supposed to be moving through in the early hours of tomorrow morning, pushing northeastwards into much of England and Wales. We've basically got a high risk zone for southwestern parts of England for elevated storms tonight. You should see some imports coming across the channel from northwestern parts of France, moving into Devon and Cornwall, mainly eastern parts of Cornwall, but particularly Dorset, Devon. All the south coast are at risk actually, but the main areas to focus on tonight for elevated thunderstorms is the southwestern parts of England, moving northeastwards into Bristol Channel, into parts of southern Wales, and also there's a small risk of some cells developing across central parts of southern England. As I just run through now, you can see how the cold front starts to move through during the early hours of tomorrow morning, about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and this is 11 o'clock now, there's 12 o'clock, and you can see we start to get these very mild uppers pushing northwards in the form of a plume. You've got the cold front here moving across, pushing now northeastwards, and you can see the precipitation intensify greatly as it hits central parts of England and northwestern parts of England. As I just flick through more, you can see how it really does intensify. It is expected to split and weaken on its southern edge, and become more narrow, more like a squall line type of setup. But with northwestern parts of England, central parts of northern England running into the Scottish borders, there's going to be some very heavy precipitation there, and there is going to be some storms. I'm just going to quickly look now at the surface-based Cape. As you can see, around that time you've got values of around 11-1200 of Cape and a negative -4 lifted index. If I just flip back, you can see throughout the course of the day how the energy transfers northeastwards as the cold front pushes through, because basically what it'll do is it'll basically destabilise the air behind as the cold front pushes through. So it's all about getting the right timing and engagement of the cold front with the plume, basically. The conditions out there in the atmosphere are perfect. It's going to go bang. There's still uncertainty as to what areas are more likely to get the severe thunderstorms, but I'm just flicking through now. You can see that the Cape values are pretty bloody high, and if you look at the lifted index, you're looking at -4 to -5, generally with a 14-1500 Cape for central parts of southern England into West Midlands. I'm just going to quickly go on to the ML Cape, and what you can see is, if I flip back, let's have a look. Okay, there's 11 o'clock tonight. You can see values across much of East Anglia, right through the central belt of England, running into North Wales and parts of northwestern England. You've got some values into East Yorkshire as well, and if you look to the south across the channel into the near continent, just from the northwest of France, you've got another area of very high Cape levels and a very negative lift index. And if I just flip through now, you can see how these showers cells are supposed to form right on the south coast. So what's going to happen here is, I'd say a lot of them will be elevated, but there could be some nice strikes in there, some nice intense thunderstorms. But I tell you now, the south coast are in for a show tonight and during the early hours of tomorrow morning. I keep flicking through. We're at 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. As you can see, the energy starts to transfer more northeastwards, and then as we head on through to the early hours, the ML Cape's literally tapping on the door of northern Lincolnshire and East Yorkshire. If I load up the surface-based Cape, You can see the surface base doesn't increase until later on in the morning. If I just quickly now go on to the dew point, you can see 19-20 degrees for East Anglia, South East England, running through into East Midlands and Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, and generally 18 degrees around this area. And if I go on to the temperature, you can see we're expected around 23-24 degrees. Now, the cold front is supposed to hit East Yorkshire, Lincolnshire and West Yorkshire, basically central parts of northern England, around about dinner time, just after dinner time. So it's actually going to hit some pretty high temperatures, surface temperatures, so convection is just going to really kick off. We could actually get some more general storms forming ahead of it, but I'm going to keep an eye on that. If I just flip through, you can generally see the theme is to keep a lot of the warmer temperatures across eastern parts and southeastern parts of the UK. So all in all, it's a bit of a messy picture in terms of forecasting. We're looking at elevated storms. We've got general organised spell of showers moving up from the south coast off the near continent this evening, overnight into the early hours. Plenty of elevated storms, I'd say, so those on the south coast could get a nice show. We've got the cold front moving through around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, engaging with a plume around the Bristol Channel area into North Wales and also central parts of England. As this moves north-northeastwards, it's going to, at the moment, fizzle out on its southeastern flank. Now, there should be some homegrown storms possible for the southeast anyhow, and there's a small chance of getting some imports as well later on into the afternoon tomorrow. But the general risk, the general area for the main risk basically is southwestern parts of England, West Midlands, through to northwestern England. Then later on into the day, you're looking into northern Lincolnshire, East Yorkshire and later North Yorkshire. And as the cold front really pushes through, there could be some very heavy precipitation and also some storms for the far north of England into the central belt and possibly into the belt of Scotland. Now, there's going to be a lot of debate going on about this. Some people think South East will do good, some people don't think it will. Yorkshire, Lincolnshire might not be the area. There's est effects. There's a lot of different forecasts coming from different forecasters. All I can say is I'm pretty 99.9% sure that the areas to be looking at for the development tomorrow is going to be this area here, coming right round to about there, coming back down around again. So basically I'd say West Midlands into Lincolnshire, East Yorkshire, northwestern parts of England, and also obviously West Yorkshire and central parts of Northern England. Later on in the day, moving northeastwards into the central belt of Northern England and possibly the Scottish borders. So if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be around the forum tonight. If you know anyone that wants to join our forum, I'd appreciate it if you could spread the word about, because what we're trying to do is trying to build a community at the end of the day of people that really enjoy the weather. We've got some brilliant members on at the moment, and we just want to add to that. We're going to offer a lot of tools, a lot of tutorials, I should say. We're going to provide a lot of information to people that are learning the weather or want to learn more. We've got Weather O'Nan, WNX9, who's just signed up. He's going to be our forecaster as well. I'll try and do some forecast, but obviously Weather O'Nan's a bit more technical and in-depth than me, so it'll be good for him to bring a change to the way the forecasts are done. So yeah, if you can spread the word about, I appreciate that. Thanks very much, guys, and I hope you get your thunderstorms. Right.